Many people ask us about the true costs of importing a car from the UK to Kenya. There are all sorts of factors that people do not consider when they're looking on the internet in the UK in regards to what the total cost is going to be when it arrives with them in Kenya. Hi, my name's Alistair Ben from MHH International. It's our intention today to give you all those individual costs, plus explain some of the additional costs that other sellers won't tell you about. Here's Rowan to tell you more.
We have broken down the costs into three broad sections: UK costs, shipping costs, and costs in Kenya. Let's look at the UK costs first. When buying a car, everyone wants a great discount. But what many people don't realise is that dealers will discount their cars by just a small fraction, and some dealers won't discount at all. Some dealers will even add on a buyer's fee, which can be from £100 to £500 on top of the advertised price. These are typically the car supermarkets. They won't discount and they will add the buying fee once your sale has been agreed. Independent dealerships are more likely to give discounts. However, this can be instead of the preparation work that the car needed. So you might think that you're getting £100 to £500 off, but then when you notice the car is due a service or has worn down tyres, they will not help you with that additional service as they've already given you a discount. So quite often the cost of the car is a true reflection of the price that you will pay in the end. VAT qualifying cars. Cars that are less than 3 or 4 years old might be VAT qualifying if they've been owned by a business. This is the holy grail for export, as it means that a 20% reduction in the advertised price can be achieved. However, not all dealers are prepared to claim the VAT back for you, as they're not set up to process the paperwork. At MHH International, we sell all our cars net of VAT and process the reclaim as part of our service. We do not ask you to cover the cost of the VAT either. We pay that for you so that you don't have to. Many importers will ask you to pay the VAT and promise to refund you later, but this doesn't always happen. On top of the cost of the car, you will have the cost of UK transportation. That could range from £50 to £500 depending on where the car is in the UK. If it's in Northern Ireland, it could cost £550 to collect the car. This is a combination of insurance, trains, planes, people's time and fuel to collect the car and return it to our offices. Once the car has been collected, we store it securely whilst we book the shipping. Your car will need to have a QIS-J inspection for Kenya. This is approximately £145 plus VAT. Again, as a UK company, we don't charge the UK VAT to our customers, so you just pay the cost price of £145. But if you're paying an individual, then it will cost you £174, and then you will need to try to reclaim the VAT yourself. You can ship your car from the UK to Mombasa using the cheaper roll-on, roll-off service or in a container. The roll-on, roll-off service is the most popular for cars under £60,000. You should expect to pay from £980 for an SUV, and container shipping costs from £1,200 to £1,500 for a 20-foot container. The container service incurs additional costs at the port in Kenya. This can cost between 20,000 and 30,000 shillings. Container shipping is only really required for high-value cars. We suggest that cars from £30,000 and above may consider a container, but it's not a necessity. One of the downsides of choosing a container service is that it's much harder to nominate your CFS, your Container Freight Services, and this can have an effect on whether you're familiar with the team receiving your car and feel confident that your car is being looked after responsibly. The shipping time for container and roll-on, roll-off is about the same for each service. Marine insurance is a necessity for Kenyan car imports. They have to be insured while they're on the water. This has to be arranged with a Kenyan insurance company. The cost is typically 0.4% of the value of your car. For C&F business, marine insurance is for you to arrange as the buyer. You may want to choose an agent in the UK to help you buy and export your car. Many UK dealers are not interested in helping overseas buyers purchase a car as it is too complex for them. Our expert buying team select the best cars to suit your budget, assess the car for quality, and negotiate on your behalf to get the best price. We make sure the mileage is genuine and the car has been maintained throughout its life and it comes as a very high standard. We manage the shipping booking and ensure that it reaches the port in a timely manner. We always make sure that everything has been supplied correctly and that your car comes with 2 keys, a set of mats, good wear left on your pads and discs, and establish whether it has a spare tyre. We ensure the tyres are in good condition and that all manuals and service records are provided, along with the locking wheel nut. And finally, we DHL all loose items and vital paperwork to our office in Nairobi or to your clearing agent for safekeeping. All of these services are included in our fees. Fees can vary depending on your agent. You may find that a family member who is employed may charge you very little, but then you may have to wait for the collection and inspection to happen around his schedule. You can even miss the opportunity to buy a car if your buyer can only view cars at the weekend and the car has already sold. A professional importer will charge approximately 8% for the service. Within that 8%, we find your car, negotiate the best price, and act as an independent set of eyes for appraising the car. Importantly, we sell the car to you net of VAT. It is quite common for importers to require you to pay for the UK VAT when they buy the car and return the VAT to you when it has been reclaimed. At MHH International, you will not need to pay us for the UK VAT. We will cover that cost for you. These are all the costs you need to take into account for your car to reach Mombasa, commonly known as a C&F service. Be aware that some UK dealers claim to operate an export service, but as it is not their core business, you may find your export is delayed and not managed as professionally as you would expect. As a professional importer, it is our priority that all cars are exported to a high professional standard. Let's now look at the costs you will need to pay to have your car cleared into Kenya. Port charges. As your car arrives, you will incur port charges, which are between 60,000 and 80,000 shillings, depending on the size of your vehicle. This includes IDF fees, radiation fees, and 14 to 27 days free storage within the CFS. You will need a clearing agent to complete the IDF entry for your car, which normally costs between 10,000 to 30,000 shillings. We provide a clearing and registration service for many clients, which costs 8% of the cost of your vehicle. This can be reduced for clients who have paid a greater proportion of the car's costs up front. Duties in Kenya for used cars are calculated using the CRSP table supplied by the KRA. Calculating duty correctly is not always as straightforward as it seems, and we often see conflicting advice. There are 2 websites which help you accurately calculate the duty, taxes and levies for your car. We recommend looking at these 2 sites, the KRA and Duty Calculator. Other websites are available, but in our experience they aren't always up to date with the latest CRSP tables. It costs between 15,000 and 23,000 shillings to register your car. This is done by your clearing agent. If you have a private number plate, the cost of this will be 46,000 shillings to be transferred. A private plate transfer can sometimes delay the time it takes to register your vehicle. Once this is done, your car can be cleared and you're able to collect your car from the CFS. If you're having your car delivered to Nairobi, then there are a few extra costs involved. Transporting your car to Nairobi can cost between 20,000 to 25,000 shillings for a multi-car carrier or up to 60,000 shillings for a single car carrier. Of course, the cost can be kept low by having somebody drive it for you, but obviously the risk of allowing an individual can be extremely high, so we urge you to be very careful with your choices. We believe that our clients want to receive their new car in great condition. Having been on a long journey, it is in need of a freshen up, so we always valet the car for you. Sometimes the car may have had a small scratch during its journey, so we always repair this before you receive it. And finally, we give the car a minor service to make sure that it's in good order. After all, it's not been driven for 6 weeks. These extra touches are not normal for an importer, but we know that going the extra mile for our clients makes all the difference. Cars bought with asset finance are required by the banks to have a tracker fitted. This costs between 50,000 and 75,000 shillings and is included in your quote automatically. And finally, we provide an automatic 3-month warranty for all cars we have cleared, unless you've asked us not to, so you can really enjoy your car for the first few months without worry. You'll appreciate that importing your car is very involved. For those who are willing to do it for themselves to save the money, we hope this gives you a comprehensive guide on what to expect. Employing a professional importer to take care of the tasks makes life much simpler and is easily worth the investment for the peace of mind that it gives you. The hardest part is choosing which car to buy, but we can help you with that too. Simply take a look at the UK cars and Japanese cars we have on our websites, mhhinternational.com and mhhjapanesecars.com, or contact the team to find out more about how we can help you import your next car.